All right, we're leaving the Super 8 in Hancock. Leaving Hancock, just got filled up with water, Gatorade, and a banana. They got to hold me over till I get to Williamsport. That's where I'm planning on loading up on food. Turning on Pennsylvania Avenue and heading to the trail. We will be taking the Western Maryland Rail Trail out of here. Morning. All right, leaving Hancock, we got another 9 miles or so on the Western Maryland Rail Trail, and then we'll get back on the C&O. Actually quite cool out here today, and I'm just recollecting last time I came through here in 2022, I missed the initial turn to get back on the C&O, and it was down a very steep hill, so I'm going to make sure I don't do that this time. Okay, so I've just exited the Western Maryland Rail Trail, and you go down this hill and you get on the C&O. So I missed this turn 2 years ago when I came through here. I'm not doing it today. It's right as you get to this bend in the road. It'd be nice if there was a sign here. And I'm back on the C&O, and it looks like they've put fresh gravel down since last time I was through here, so maybe I'll have another fast day. And I got into Hancock like an hour earlier than I thought I was, just because the trail conditions were much improved over 2022. So here we go. 10 miles down, 50 to go. mile marker 113. So this section of trail is pretty slow. It's been mostly double track. A little muddy, but no water over the whole trail, so that's good. Lots of stumps and rocks sticking up, so slowing my momentum. Doing about 11. We got our first washout here. See if I can get around this over here. And I did. Good. I think that's the first one I've seen since, wow, like the first 10 miles of the trail, so not too bad. Fort Frederick State Park. This looks very wet through here. This may make me stick to the 60 miles I had planned to do rather than trying to extend it today. It's very slow going. My thought was to go to Harper's Ferry tomorrow, but one of the ladies that I've been running into on the trail since yesterday, I was talking to her this morning in the hotel, eating breakfast. She's like, it's going to be packed tomorrow because it's Memorial Day, so I may want to slip in there today and then find another campground past Harper's Ferry and shorten my ride into DC tomorrow. Yeah, it's really wet through here. Mile marker 112 is wet. See some water up ahead. Take it on the left. So as far as animals, nature I've seen on the trail today, I've seen about 4 or 5 turtles of different varieties, a bunch of little bunny rabbits, and a bunch of squirrels. So I guess once you get into Maryland, it's squirrels rather than chipmunks that you see. There's a bunny right there. I don't know if it came out on the screen, but a couple deer. That's what else I've seen. It's not too bad. Okay, so mile markers, from mile marker 112 to 109, it is fairly muddy. I think the C&O Canal Association should be looking at that area for their next improvement. I'm pulling up to a lock. Doesn't seem to be a functioning one, but I think we'll take a break here. Lock number 50. Right up there, looks like there's a bench. Take a break right there. Okay, we're 16 miles in. Feeling okay so far. Morning. Morning. Oh. All right. Okay, between mile marker 108 and 107, there is a huge tree down across the trail. I just saw 3 people come the other way, so there must be a way through there. I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm going to walk through first and see if I need to dismount bags. See what we got here. Okay, might be able to go this way. Yes, so only have to go. I might go up this hill here. All right, under this branch. And my bike might be too wide to get through here, so I am going to take off bags and try to get it through. So my bike is configured right now. I don't have a lot of lift points on it. Okay, so gotta get it over this branch. Alright, one hard part done. Now I gotta get it over under this one. Tricky part. It's my head.
Let's back up then.
It's actually not that bad. Okay. This is probably the worst one.
We were wondering how many trees were going to be.
I saw 3 people come the other way as I was rolling up to it.
You what?
I just saw 3 people go the other way as I was rolling up to it. I just took my bags off and was able to get through.
Well, this is the first full tree we've seen down since Williamsport.
All right, I'm on the other side of the tree branch. It was actually a lot easier to get through than I thought. Had just enough width for my handlebars to get through. And for some reason, Taps is playing, like down the hill. But anyways, just coached another couple to encourage them to go through it too, and looks like they made it through without taking their bags off. So, but this is what happens on the trail from time to time. Trees fall. Alright, trail conditions have improved. So from like 112 to 107, pretty sloppy, but looks pretty dry through here. This is one of my favorite points of interest on the whole trail. Okay, just past the dam, trail conditions have improved quite a bit. Cranking through here about 12. From mile marker 112 to 107, it was like 8-9 miles an hour, just a big slog. This isn't too bad. Alright, there's still mud, but not as bad. So I'm feeling pretty good today. I think I'm going to try to do 80 miles instead of 60. I'd rather spend my time on the trail as late as possible and just set up camp and go to bed and be at camp at 5 o'clock with nothing to do. So that'll get me into DC earlier and out of DC sooner as well. I've got to go to Union Station, pick up a rental car, and then go over to my office in Arlington, get a shower, and get all my work stuff taken home too. So it's going to take me a couple hours to get out of DC, even though I'm using the express lane. So, yeah. Hey guys, how you doing? So, going for a big push today. We'll see. I did 60 miles yesterday, and from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So a couple more hours on the trail. Still be in well before sunset. Be able to take a bath in the Potomac and yeah, get a good night's sleep, deer that just went into the woods. Don't know if it made it on camera or not. Jordan Junction hiker biker campsite. We're 24 miles in. I'm starting to get really hungry. Seeing casual cyclists and runners coming through the other way, so hopefully there's a town up here. Stop and load up. Morning. Here coming into Williamsport. I stayed here in 2022 at an Airbnb. I believe there's a Sheets in this town, so the plan is to stop here, go up this awful bridge. Hopefully this bike will climb it a little bit better than my last one did. This one is geared very well. It says to dismount, but there's nobody coming, so I'm just going to ride across. How you doing? So here's the trick to getting into Williamsport. Don't take this bridge and walk your bike up it. take this little trail right here and ride over this bridge. Good morning. Huh, there's a bridge. Okay. Okay, just stopped into Sheets in Williamsport for a burrito. Heading back on the trail. This is very narrow. All right, leaving Williamsport on a different surface of trail now. This is more typical of what you see on the way into DC. So it's got some muddy spots on it, but it looks relatively smooth and hard packed. So I'm hoping to pick up the pace. Was doing about 9 miles an hour through most of the slop. Must have been a good storm come through here last night. But if I can get back up to 11, 12, I might be able to put in a 75-mile day. And just give me a little bit earlier start in the morning getting into Union Station in DC to pick up my rental car. Tubing, I want to do that. These towns that are on the trail, the people who live here, I hope they know how lucky they are to have something like this in their backyard. I'd be on this like every day if I lived around here. How you doing? All right, looks like we got hard pack. Just went under an interstate. That's impressive, man. That dude was riding a little tiny, I don't know, kid's mountain bike or circus bike. He was hauling ass too. So I have not run across any cyclists today going my way that are fully loaded. So I either left too early or too late. I think I left too late. I was on the road by 8 o'clock out of the Super 8 at Hancock. There's still 2 people in there, 2 ladies I talked to yesterday on and off throughout the day. And I think everybody that I saw that was riding mountain bikes yesterday either stopped at Hancock or they must have got up super early. And I've been stopping a lot for shoot footage and stuff, and so I may not be catching up to anybody today. But all the same, nobody's really passing me either, so weird. Like to have a little company on the trail from time to time. I doubt I'm going to see those 2 ladies today. They're only doing 40 miles, and I'm curious to know how they navigated that down tree, and if they found their way to the C&O from the Western Maryland Rail Trail. So, but yeah, some days are solo like this. So part of the trail shares part of this trail shares a road with a campground. It's pretty cool. Okay, just past the midpoint of the C&O, and all I got was this lousy muddy trail. Lots of people out on boats and jet skis to my right on the Potomac. They're hauling butt through there. Lock number 42. coming up on big Slackwater. I just saw it through the trees. Somebody's having a boat party. This looks like a good way to spend a weekend rather than what I'm doing. Out there on a boat or a jet ski. Maybe I need to rethink my priorities. Last time I came through in here in 2022, it was early in the morning and the only people out here were fishing. How you doing? For some reason I thought this was paved. I could be wrong. Maybe there's another one up there that is. Actually, I see the other one. The other one's paved. Okay, so this is the paved section of Big Slackwater. Stopped at a hiker-biker stop about 2-3 miles before this to take a cat nap, and started talking to a couple that were heading the other way, and they said that there are several downed trees going this direction. That was after I informed them of the big one that they're going to encounter tomorrow. They're stopping in Williamsport for the day. So I have more tree crossings to deal with. Ought to be interesting. And apparently they said those trees have brown leaves on them, so they've been there for a while. The one that I went by this morning looked like it was freshly down. All the leaves are green. And it's party town around here. Boats, jet skis. See a little pool over there with a bunch of kids. Wouldn't mind living around here. Constantly doing boat stuff. Oh, that was dangerous. Should have gone through the middle. Screw up would have put me in the Potomac. Looks like I need to come out here and do some leaf clearing. I think that's it. Still pretty muddy through here too. Going on the side seems to do the trick, like here. Mud has definitely slowed my roll today. Thanks. I was wrong. There's more concrete. Sweet. Oh, I can see up ahead. It goes on for a lot longer than I thought. My drone, I didn't go quite as far all the way down. I wasn't sure I was going to have range. I think I need to put some wooden planks at the end of this concrete. This is kind of a really bad washout here. I'm Actually made my back tire slip out. Mile marker 87, 27 to go. I've got my second wind. I was struggling before my cat nap. I was just tired. Haven't slept as well on this trip as I did the last one. My legs are officially shot, so I'm just nursing my way over the last 97 miles, I guess. Fortunately, it is mostly downhill. I only have to deal with uphill once I get past mile marker 0 and start riding back to DC. So either Foggy Bottom Metro or straight to the Union Station. This is really bad.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, seriously, folks, do something about this mud. I'm not going through too fast through here. I'm doing like maybe 10. But still, some wooden planks will do the trick, I think. This one, thank God I got mountain bike tires. Front's going through with grip, back is slipping out, but it grabbing right at the last second. Just gotta take this one right in the middle. My bike is going to be covered in mud when I show up at the rental car place. They're going to be like, what the hell are you trying to do, buddy? Fortunately, I don't know of any bike wash. I may have to give it a dip in the Potomac. I do have a wash rag with me. Maybe next restaurant I stop out, I'll grab a bunch of napkins or something and do my best to clean it at the Potomac at mile marker 0. We're 37 miles in. It is almost 2 o'clock, so another 2 hours of riding. Sorry, 4 hours of riding is about as much as I'm going to be able to do. Got to get into camp, set up, clean up before it gets dark. Too dark. So in camp by 7 is the goal. But I got another hour to stop and shoot footage, so mud is flying up and hit me in the back of the head. On your left. Okay, got another down tree, but it looks like a desire path has been carved over here, so we'll just take it. All right. So that's 3 down trees. I didn't film one of them, I don't think. Just leaving dam number 4. I think I've got my second wind, so maybe 25, 30 more miles is in the cards. Still got a couple stops to make. I think I got enough drone battery for Shepherdstown and Harper's Ferry, so if I can get all those knocked out today, get it charged up tonight, there really isn't too much I can do the last 50 miles of DC, because within 25 miles of DC is a no-fly zone, so won't be doing anything there. Not supposed to ride double file, but same branch of service, so I'll give them a break. Finally hit some decent surface about 3 miles ago. This is a little bit loose gravel, but it's still better than the mud. It was pretty hard packed until I came into this opening. I'm able to do about 11 on it, so I'm happy. On your left. On your left. Go ahead. I'll go right. I'm gonna go on your left.
I'm into that place. I lost you in my mirror.
Lock number 40. On your left. On your left. On your left. On your left.
Boys, on the left.
On your left.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
On your left.
Oh, thank you. Oh, on your left. Oh, it's perfect.
I am passing a lot of traffic this afternoon. Coming up on your left.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
That's a good way to do a GoPro. I got mine on the front.
Nice, nice.
On your left. On your left. All right, we're getting ready to come into Harper's Ferry. I just passed the campground I was going to stay at tonight. It didn't look too great, so I'm sure the next one I find will be, can't be any worse. I'm lug my bike over to Harper's Ferry and stock up on water and get something to eat. And then I may stop in Brunswick and get more. I'm just too low on water not to stop here, so. I'm 65 miles in. I think I got another 10 miles in me. It's 4:45, so I got at least another hour I can ride, or two if I need to. Wow, that is really nice over there. We're coming into Harper's Ferry. I can hear the train. We're on some good hardpack. On your left. On your left. Okay, I'm racing this train to Brunswick. So far, 13 miles an hour is slightly faster than the train is going. I'm passing cars. I think they're gonna get me though. They just started rolling like a minute ago. Trying 15 is about as fast as I can go, and they're doing a little bit faster. It's the kind of thing you do to break up the monotony. They must have saw me, they kicked it up a notch. So I'm 69 miles into my day. I think I'm about 4 miles from Brunswick, and that's where I'm going to stop and get dinner. That was pretty cool. You don't see many of those, much less on a trail. I'm within 3 to 5 miles of Brunswick. Unfortunately, I've not had really good cell service today, so I'm just going off of what my watch is telling me. So I got about a third of my last thing of water left, and it's after the hottest part of the day, so I'm just taking it easy. And we'll stock up on everything in Brunswick and then find the nearest hiker-biker campsite out of there. Mile marker 57 of the C&O here. I think the biggest problem I got is I got a little bit of saddle sores, which is the first time. I didn't have this last year doing ragbri for 7 days, but I think for trails like this I need some type of padded saddle with a padded short, so I'll figure it out for the next one, which is next month. I'm going to be doing the Greenbrier River Trail. That's going to be an overnighter out back, so 80 miles one way, camp 80 miles back. So this is a good test for that because 71 right now. Alright, we're coming into Brunswick. All right, I just left Brunswick. I had spaghetti and meatballs for dinner, like 3 Sprites, and a Greek salad. Then I stopped by a convenience store, filled up my bottle of Gatorade and my 2 water bottles, and I got a little bit of a Aquafina bottle left. Got 2 Snickers bars and 2 bananas, so that'll get me through my whatever my first stop ends up being, which will probably be my only stop tomorrow for food before I get into DC. So this part of the C&O for the next half mile or so is actually shared with car traffic because there's a business up here. Eating dinner, I found a campground about 4 miles away, so that's where I'm planning on staying unless it's full. If it's full, I'm going to try to make my way in there anyway and hope for the best. If not, I'll move to the next one, and so on and so forth. Last time I came through Brunswick was in the morning, and there are no cars on this. It's not that much fun. I'm kicking up some good dust. So it's about 6:55. I should be at the camp in the next half hour and set up before sunset. So looking at about a 78-mile day when all is said and done. Actually passing a paid campground right now, but it sounds pretty noisy, so we'll just keep on riding. I would like to get some sleep tonight. Brunswick family campground, and it's huge. I believe they have tent sites, but the hiker bikers are generally quieter. Okay, now we're back on the regular C&O. No cars through here. How y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Okay, we got a detour here about 2 miles outside of Brunswick. There's a steep climb. I'm gonna walk it up there. That is too steep to get a run up to. Not too bad. The detour I did last year Going to Swain's Lock was worse. Minute to get my legs back. Out of breath. Out of breath. Nothing like hiking a bike on a full stomach. All right, I did 78 miles today. I made it to the Bald Eagle hiker biker campsite. I'm the only one here, which is nice. I can pretty much set up wherever I want. And this campsite is on the Potomac. I am probably gonna set up back there somewhere, but I'm just seeing what's over here. I really want to wash myself off, and it looks like I might be able to do that down here. There's a little trail that goes down to the water. And the trail goes back up there to the C&O. Don't think I'll camp in here. I think I'll camp right out by the picnic table. It's relatively flat over there, and all these trees are leaning towards the Potomac. If anything falls, I don't want it to land on my tent, so I'm probably gonna just set up right back over in here if it's flat. Whatever looks like a flat spot over here. And the whole thing kind of is a little lumpy. So maybe right next to the picnic table. Somebody left some orange peels on the ground. I think I'll set up right in here. It looks flat, and it's got some nice grass for extra padding. Okay, that's my longest day on the Gap and C&O. 78 miles is, I think, the second longest distance I've done on this bike. Last year on the Trans-Virginia Valley 550, which I did not complete, I did 82 miles one day on this with a very similar setup, so just carrying less food this time because there's so many stops for it. All right, we'll get the camp set up and check back in. Okay, so it's around 8 o'clock. I've got the tent set up. I'm all cleaned up. So it turns out I did not have to jump into it and into the Potomac. These blue bags will hold water. So up at the top of where the trail is, there's a hand pump. So I just pumped about a third of it full of water and just dipped my wash rag in there and wiped myself down completely in the woods, just in case anybody rode by, they wouldn't see me. And then used a small hand towel I had to dry myself off. And then I used some tech wipes, whatever the kind of wipes you take on the trail, to do my face and my underarms. So I'm all cleaned up, tent set up, sun's going down real low, and I'm in no rush to ride this bike again after what will be 6 days tomorrow. So, but it's held up pretty well, so very pleased with it. This is a Sonder Broken Road mountain bike that I put a custom titanium fork from Bear Claw on it and a Jones H-bar, and pretty pleased with it. Brooks saddle. I think I'll probably go with a padded saddle next time I do something like this, just because after 4 days, you know, the saddle sores are starting to catch up to me. I think this is more intended for bike touring on roads, so I'll be doing some research on saddles for gravel riding.
A few moments later.
I think I may have figured out why no one's staying at the campground tonight. There's a severe thunderstorm warning in the area. it's actually, looking at the radar, looks like the most severe activity is going to go to the north of where I'm at in this blue dot, but still hearing some pretty loud thunder boomers out there. Although the rain at this point and the wind on my tent has been pretty light. So I will find out tonight how well my tent skills are. I put the rain fly on and I've got everything indoors off of my bike except for stuff that can get wet. And I'm not under any major branches or near a tree, so hopefully nothing blows my way. So we'll report after it's over. It should be done in the next 20 minutes. Okay, so it looks like I lucked out in the severe weather, at least a lot of the red stayed to the north. I'm getting heavy rain, and I have a leak coming in, a slight leak. I actually haven't noticed it in the last few minutes. I put a piece of plastic bag between the rain fly and the tent, and it seems to have moved the water elsewhere, not come inside. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. Looks like I got another 20 minutes of rain and then easy night's sleep afterwards.